Ronnie Olson of the victorious Shady Spring Tigers. Ronnie, tonight you were able to jump back against the quality Quad A team in Greenbrier East. Had to feel good after last night lost in Morgantown.
Yeah, it felt real good. I was concerned about our energy, how it was going to be, because we had so much hopes of, competing and beating Morgantown, and to get beat last night and the way we lost, I'm not going to lie, bothered me up until tip. So I think that was the most thing I was proud of for the guys. They were very resilient, and they came out with a lot of energy, maybe even more energy than I had, So it's hard when you lay around all day after a loss and you get in here, and kudos to my young team for the energy and the way they bought into the game plan, carried it out.
You'd almost rather have played an afternoon game and come back quicker?
After we won, no, but yeah, in hindsight, yes.
Because it had to be hard to wait around.
Yeah, it was hard. It was a long day, Well, luckily Todd, he had his north-south golf thing he won this morning, so he got to do that. But yeah, we would have rather played early.
How'd he do in that anyway?
He won.
So he won the north-south golf, and then comes out and has a big night. I wanted to talk about him anyway. We'll do it right now. He had, he was, when he's hitting threes like he was, Chapman's a matchup problem. Would take me to something else. I guess I'll go ahead and get to it. Cam Mann's fourth quarter really came alive for him.
Cameron did a good job
because those guys were playing so well.
They did. He did a great job of, he forced maybe one or two, but he gave what the offense gave him because we spread him out and he was able to kind of get in there and he used his body. He was strong. I liked that he went downhill north and south on him, and he was strong, and he rebounded and he finished and he made his free throws. Cam gave us a big spurt off the bench, and I was proud of his effort for coming off the bench and be able to play in that role.
When you're playing your team, and I self-scout here for a second, would you say in that situation with the personnel on the floor, he would probably be, if you broke it down that way, a fourth or fifth option with the guys you had on the floor?
Yeah, he would, and I think they all know their role. He knows that he's fourth, fifth option. The other guys know that, but the thing about a fourth, fifth option, when you have the top three guys that can really score, you're going to get maybe as many options as they are of touching the ball. You just got to take advantage of that, and I think that's what we didn't do last night. A lot of those guys had some easy shots, and they missed them, but Cam took advantage tonight.
We were talking, and you were talking, we played Woodrow here, and Todd Duncan shot so well.
Yeah.
Tonight, we were talking, he shot so well in here. He just seems like he has unlimited range in this building. Is that about an accurate statement?
That's probably as accurate as tomorrow's Easter, yeah. He just, sometimes he kind of spaces himself too far out, where he can step in threes. I thought he did that last night a couple, where he could have stepped in 3 feet and got just the same shot as he would deep. But I don't get on him about those shots because he makes them all the time. He is definitely one of the deepest range shooters in the state.
I think that it seemed too, when he was hitting, it seemed like even Braden and Cole were efforting to get him the ball because it was so hot from outside.
And that was something that I was very proud of Braden and Cole for as well. They were getting those guys shots in the flow of the offense. They weren't trying to do it all by themselves, because as much as we shoot and we space them out, our offense allows us to get open shots. Braden and Cole make us go. But they allowed to look for the next open shot, which we didn't do last night. And I thought they looked for each other. And I thought that shows great growth in a young team tonight after getting beat last night, to look for each other, to create one pass for another, and driving and kicking and getting a good shot in the corner or the wing. I was very proud of our guys for unselfish ball tonight.
You've got some quality wins this year, but I know probably the two losses were ones we'd like to get back. But tonight, given the fact that it came after a loss, the night after a loss, 24 hours later, and heading down the stretch to the section, might this be the most important win of the year?
I'm not going to undersell that, because it absolutely was. Bimbo, he does a great job with his team. I was worried about our energy, and I knew they were going to come out, they were going to have a great game plan. They did. We had to match their energy, and for this young team, I give all kudos to our guys, because they really came out and they matched the energy, and Greenbrier East does the same thing as us. They like to space the floor, pressure, and I thought our guys handled it. And you talking about they make a run at us and we made a run right back at them, and that's a lot for a young team.
Did you guys do anything specific on Gabbard? He had 13 points, which is about 10 points below his average for the season, well below what he's shot since Bailey was injured. He's averaging probably 25 a game.
We did a little bit. Without Bailey in there, it's a little easier to kind of not help off on him. We stayed attached. Even if they beat us off the dribble, we weren't going to allow him to get an open drive and kick three, backside or ball side. When Bailey's coming downhill on you, we scrimmage him. It's hard to stay attached because Bailey can go downhill. He's one of the best players in the state. He can go downhill on you and create a lot of havoc. So we just said we weren't going to let him beat us. We're going to let everybody else do it, and we're going to stay attached. And we still played man-to-man principal defense. So we paid a little more attention.
Todd Duncan spent a lot of time on it.
He did, and all of those guys wanted it. Coach, I want him, and they take that stuff personal. We were not going to let Gabber beat us today. He's a great player. He can shoot, he can dribble, he's got good height, and I love that we helped down on the post on him when he tried to post our smaller guards up, and it was a team effort on defense, and I was very proud of it.
Were you disappointed with the defensive effort last night, even though it's the top team in the state?
I was disappointed in the quarter half of our defense, yeah. I thought we lost track, like we did a couple of times a night, of our defensive game plan. We're just trying to go at guys, not closing out correctly, no high hand, just letting them drive us without closing out. That hurt us last night, and that's what Morgantown did when they got about 6 or 7 threes there and they busted it open in the third quarter.
Trivia question: when's the last time you think you gave up that many points as you did last night?
Possibly Martinsburg one of my first years coaching. They had one of the best teams in the state.
I think it might have been a sectional game, Wyoming East.
Wyoming East.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it's been about 40 games ago.
Dave, you always stump me. Your knowledge is impeccable, and there you go, got me.
But
again.
I know you don't like giving up points, so you don't want to think about.
I don't
those
remember
games.
that one, Dave. I'm gonna take that one and erase that in my memory.
Hey, Ronnie, I always appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Dave. Appreciate it.